What is up, guys? Bobgar here, and it's closing thoughts time for Harmless Offering in Modern. We ended up going 5-1. That score is not completely fair. Obviously, there was that one deck we played against, and it wasn't exactly a top-tier deck, so maybe 4-1 is more accurate. I will say, though, we were very close to going 5-0. One of the matches we had, the one against Mono Black Devotion, I made a huge amount of punts, and I'm pretty sure both of the two games I would have won if I had not made punts. So I feel a little bad about it, but that's all right. We still did really well. I think the deck overperformed where it should be. I think we just ran into matchups that were really good. We ran into other control decks, and those control decks happened to not have good ways to interact with our Harmless Offering, Demonic Pact combo. So basically that allowed us to win those games pretty easily. We didn't run into too many. We ran into a few aggro decks that we managed to stave off, but we didn't run into too many aggro decks or too many big over-the-top combo decks that I think we would have had a little bit of trouble with, like Tron and things like that. So yeah, pretty happy with the results. Let's look at the winners and losers. Grim Lavamancer is our first X. Very good card. I actually might keep it in an upgraded version of the deck, but it never felt like it did anything in our games. I guess there was one game where it chump blocked to save us a game. That was about it. I don't think I ever actually used its tap ability, but I think in an upgraded version where you have fetch lands, it might be worth it just because it's a lot easier to turn on. The next X, Olivia Voldaren. Again, this one just didn't end up doing that much. It was partly our matchups. We didn't end up against a lot of creature decks. We were up against some more creature decks. We might have been able to do the, use its ability, deal some damage to kill wieners, or use its 5 to steal actual creatures. It would have been pretty cool. That never ended up happening, so that got an X. And then finally, Night's Whisper is a card I love, but it put us behind a lot against aggro and made it hard to use sometimes. So I think aggro matchups are a little hard for us, and so it might not be the best fit in the deck. We might want to do other things at the 2-drop slot. So those are the X's. Let's talk about the things I did well. I was really surprised with how well Liliana Vess did in this deck. It just consistently tutored for what we needed, helped clear out our opponent's hand a little bit occasionally. We usually got to 5 mana. But in general, it made the Harmless Offering combo a lot more consistent, and it actually felt really good, like I said in the deck tech, to hide Harmless Offering at the top of our deck rather than having it in our hand, because that does give protection from Inquisitions and Thoughtseizes, which are kind of running rampant in the current format. Even Collective Brutality is pretty common, so I really liked it for that. And the other two check marks were the 2 combo pieces, because that's how we won the majority of our games. I didn't count exactly how many, but I'm pretty sure about 60% of our wins came off the combo. Demonic Pact, certainly better than Harmless Offering. Harmless Offering, you can get flooded in hand. It might actually even make sense to go down a few Harmless Offerings and go up a few more ways to tutor for it, like Liliana, just because having a couple of those in hand feels really bad. But the Demonic Pacts were really, really good. Just all of its abilities are powerful, and as long as you have a way to either destroy it or trade it to your opponent, I think it's a pretty good card. So those are the winners and losers. I like the deck a lot, and let's jump into the potential upgrade paths here. So these are the ways I would upgrade it, and before I read the actual points, let me just say the basic idea here is instead of having it be just Rakdos control, pushing it more into 3-color Grixis control deck. So it basically looks like a Grixis control deck, but you slot in this combo that's very hard for a lot of decks to actually interact with. So you kind of go Fetch Land Package, Bloodstained Mires, Blood Crypts, Watery Graves, Polluted Deltas, all that stuff. Once you have those, you can do things like run counter spells like Mana Leak, run some Snapcasters in there. Fatal Push becomes very good as soon as you have Fetch Land, so you can run some Fatal Pushes. Those probably become better than Lightning Bolts, although it might make sense to run both. You also get to go, this is just from upping the price, but you can go Thoughtseizes and Inquisition of Kozilek over the Duresses. The Duresses just aren't that good in Modern, whereas Thoughtseizes and Inquisition of Kozilek both hit a lot more. And then finally, there are some other nice, kind of expensive cards we could be running. And the 2 that jump to mind are Kolaghan's Command and Collective Brutality. Kolaghan's Command is instant speed. A lot of times you can grab the last card out of your opponent's hand the turn before you need to Harmless Offering, like on their draw step, make them discard the card they draw. And then you can ensure that you can go off. I think that's how I would build it. And that's the deck for the week. I mean, I had a lot of fun playing it. The games I thought were actually pretty exciting and interesting. I hope you guys had fun watching it. If anybody else out there builds it or has different ways of building it, or maybe there's better ways to build it that I missed, please let me know. I love hearing from you guys. And also, if you have more deck suggestions for me to play, I do have a list of suggestions that I still have been meaning to get through, but haven't gotten around to it yet. But I always enjoy more suggestions, so let me know what you guys would like to see. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Hey guys, Bobgar here. I just really wanted to quickly say, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you enjoy my content in general and would like to see more of it, subscribe. I'll be coming out with more content in the future. And please leave me comments and let me know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, both in terms of production and in terms of my play and my deck building and all that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time.